Oh yeah, that's what you think it is. That is snow in Alabama, baby. Old school snow, man. Haven't seen this since New York. Didn't even snow last year. And by noon, all that snow will be gone. You see all that? It's not very much, man. Maybe an inch or two. It'll all be gone by noon. And I miss it around Christmas time. I miss it around New Year's. It just makes you feel like, Christmas is upon you when you have snow on the ground. And man, this past Christmas it was 75 degrees. Today, where are we at? 32 degrees. So, major swing, major shift in temp. Therefore, you get snow. Pretty cool. Alright guys, so I want to talk about me leaving New York and how it changed the game for me in a probably a crucial way that, who knows, man. I guarantee I probably wouldn't have been as successful had I stayed in New York. And successful because I go for it. I open businesses and I just freaking go for it. And I had this mentality at a really young age that I wanted to go my own route. I didn't want to work for nobody. I didn't want to go to school. I don't want to punch a clock. I don't want people telling me what to do. And it's not because I was like, screw you, you're not going to tell me what to do. It's because there was something about me that said, I can probably do it better than the people that are telling me how to do it. I just have to learn it. And that's what I did. But I'm going to tell you right now, man, the numero uno reason that I believe people will or will not succeed is they don't get the hell away from the opinions that they believe matter. And that's one thing I did. I left New York, man. I left my family. I left all my friends. I moved 1,000 miles away to Alabama. Bum frick, who the heck knows? Dirt roads, chickens, roosters, pigs just crossing the street. Old Bob in a tractor doing 2 miles an hour down the frickin' interstate. It was a world of frickin' new awakenings for me, man. I'm like, what the hell's Bob doing on the interstate in a tractor? I didn't even think you were allowed to do that. Yet there he is. Dude's wearing his overalls and his freaking straw hat, man, on the interstate. And the reason it was important for me to get out of New York and move to Alabama was because I knew if I failed in New York, all the opinions that wanted to govern me would chime in, and you know for a fact it would be, we told you so. We knew you couldn't do it. Why even try it again? Go get you a 9-to-5 job like the rest of us. Go do what everybody does out of high school. You're a college dropout. You need to work a 9-to-5. You know what I'm saying? All the negative Nancy's, man. All the people that want to just tell you you're not going to make it. Or, hey, I want to prove that I am going to make it. And if I fail, what they don't understand, what a lot of people don't understand, is when you fail, that's actually a good thing because you have to fail. You're going to fail at business. There's nobody that just launches their first business right out of the gate with their own money and is ultra successful. It doesn't happen, man. Mistakes are made all along the freaking way. And that's why you got to start really young so that you can dig yourself out of those mistakes and move on. So those failures don't collapse you. You can move on. Well, what I wanted to do, and when I moved to Alabama, I didn't give a shit. I was like, now I can fail and nobody's gonna freaking know. Now I can fail and I'm not even gonna tell anybody. The only people that know are the new people around me that don't even know me. Like I'm gonna send a memo back to New York. Hey everybody, tried a business and it failed. Nah, you see, that business will fail and I'll just move on to the next business. Nobody will ever know. The only time anybody will know anything about what I'm doing is when I succeed. And I will create that environment around me it's super positive, to where the negative is the learning curve, which you have to learn off of those failures, man. You can't let them just stop you. You say, okay, look at that mistake I made, but it's time to move on, do it again, and now I know not to make that mistake. And as long as you create that positive environment, then there's nothing holding you back, you know? As long as you have the integrity and the ambition and the intelligence and the street smarts, you got to have all that about you. And you know, once you create that driving force and that momentum in an area to where there's no opinions, in an area to where you can fall flat on your freaking face and nobody's gonna know, nobody's gonna give a shit, it just allows you to continue. It allows you to continue. Had I have, say, opened a business in New York and my whole family and all my friends watched me fall on my face that very first time, who knows how I would have digested that? Internally, what it would have done to me. You know what I'm saying? But I know in Alabama, I don't have that. So anyhow, it did happen. I did fail on my first couple businesses, and I just moved forward. Yet I didn't send home any information to anybody. Nobody knew what the hell Teddy was doing. Nobody knew what I was doing until I had my very first really successful business. Then all of a sudden, it's like, wow, he's making it. Then you get positive vibes, especially because they don't even hear from you from maybe once, twice, 3 times a year. That's it. So why does anybody want to be negative when they rarely get to talk to you as it is? Now, this was, of course, over 20 years ago when there wasn't internet and all this other bullshit. Now, it'd be a little harder to escape, but I'm telling you right now, you can do it. That is numero uno. Get away from opinions that will weigh on you heavy enough to alter your plan. The plan has to be 100% go in the brain, locked and loaded. Don't let anybody outside have that influence on you that they're going to change the action or the reaction from whatever it is you're doing, positive, negative, failing, or success, man. Once you have it set in cement, you move on, okay? You move forward. So that's numero uno. The second, if I would have had somebody explain to me when I was coming up how important it was to find a business that had everything I already needed inside, and I just leased that business that had already failed. I kind of knew the importance, but I didn't understand the structure of going about how to lease these properties and how to find these properties. Now I know, and it's, now it's just, super important because a guy like me starts businesses without using his own money. I had to, from the ground up with zero cash coming out of the Chippendales, I had to come up with ways, very creative ways, to start these businesses, man. And had I have been shown that, hey, there is the exact business from a guy that just went out of business, he was there 15 years, all you got to do is move in because everything's already in that freaking business, and this is how you find that location. Okay, so I didn't know that, and that is ultra important. Unless you're on the other end of the spectrum and you're coming in with big loans, big banks, those fail all the freaking time, and you're left in a world of trouble with leases when those high leveraged loan businesses fail. I do not leverage my businesses on big freaking loans. I never have done that, not once, and I'm very successful today. Very successful, never taking loans out on any of my businesses. So I started from a crazy, mentality of I can do this coming off of very little money, start my very first business, and I will grow because I ain't going to spend no money. All the money goes back into all my businesses. So that's it, man. Those are the 2 big ones off the top of my mind that I think going into 2022, if you guys want to start up a business, okay, and you're doing it off of very little money or no money, 1, lease a building that already was your business. An example, my first tanning salon was already a tanning salon. All the wiring was already run. All the rooms were already built. I didn't have to do anything other than just bring the tanning beds. All the hard shit was already done. There's your example. Restaurant. Find a restaurant that went out of business that already has all the grills. It has the hood. It's already been approved by the health department. Everything is in place for you. Turnkey. Start your business. There's your example. Now, move the hell out of your area to where negative opinions are going to affect you or destroy you. If you're attached to your family and your friends, and it's really hard to get anything moving when everybody's watching you that you grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's watching you, and believe it or not, a lot of them want to see you fail, and when you do fail, it's 100x. You know what I'm saying? It's not reality, it's we knew you couldn't do it. So get away from that shit if that shit exists in your world. Anyhow, 2022, man, should be a phenomenal year. Stop punching a freaking clock. Do what you got to do to really advance in life, all right? Hire you employees. You'll have 5, 6, 7 employees. You can't 5, 6, 7x yourself. You know what I'm saying? There can't be 7 of you, but you can hire 7 employees to make a lot of money in various ways, different businesses, okay? So go for it. My advice to everybody, New Year's resolution, go for it. That's it. I'm off to the gym. Y'all have an awesome freaking afternoon. Doge Warrior out, baby. Shaboom. Peace.